Chronicle of the Crystal Train, Primeval Technology. Chapter 1. Preparation and Resources. History has preserved this incredible feat of Stone Age engineering. It all began in canyons and forests, where humans and tamed mammoths united for a common goal: the quarries. Men of the tribe labored for hours, breaking granite into uniform blocks. Massive woolly mammoths helped move the multi-ton boulders, felling the sequoias. Logging crews hacked into ancient trunks using stone axes. Mammoths used their tusks to prop up the trees and guide their fall, preserving the valuable timber. Chapter 2. Technological Processing. Simultaneously, the tribe was making technological advancements that seemed like pure magic. Gathering resin. While adults handled the heavy labor, children gathered pine resin and boiled it in a giant stone cauldron, creating a waterproof coating for the wood. The Crystal Hub. On the banks of a rushing river, dozens of craftsmen polished logs with pumice. In the center stood the crystal train itself. The women of the tribe polished its iridescent chassis to a mirror shine, while the fire shaman strove to create the heart of the machine, a giant wooden boiler crafted from 2 sequoias. Chapter 3. Laying the track and launch. The final stage transformed these scattered elements into a monolithic transport system. The Bone Highway. Mammoths hauled tons of gravel for the embankment, while elders mapped out the route with limestone. Wooden rails were locked into place using stone mallets. Launching the Rainbow Titan. Reinforced with bones and adorned with bison mosaics, the crystal train began to move along the perfectly level tracks. A team of mammoths pulled the Rainbow Titan past the horizon. The result, the first futuristic highway, cutting through primeval jungles and stretching out to the sky, a true symbol of an era where humanity and nature worked as equals. Final construction and the maiden voyage track maintenance. Girls applied animal fat to the wooden rails for smooth gliding, while young men checked the rail levels using primitive water balance tools. Assembling the train. Craftsmen carved massive carriages from giant sequoia trunks. The exterior was polished to a mirror shine, the interior lined with saber-toothed tiger skins, and bone lanterns and wind turbine blades were installed. Cockpit and signaling. Inside the engineer's cabin, a complex dashboard made of amber, crystal, and polished stones was assembled. Along the tracks, tall signaling towers adorned with feathers were erected. The first flight. Amidst the cheering crowds on the platform, passengers took their places by the windows. The Primeval Express was finally ready to roll. The maiden voyage of the Crystal Express. Boarding. At the station, an elder handed out clay imprint tickets to the passengers. Since there were no doors, people climbed into the futuristic carriages directly through the circular windows. On the move, the express gathered incredible speed, throwing sparks from the wooden rails. Passengers watched spellbound as waterfalls and herds of wild mustangs flashed past the windows. Control. Inside the cockpit, the engineer monitored a complex dashboard, adjusting bone levers and amber gauges, while stone gears spun the axles tirelessly. The horizon. Passing by pictorial signposts, the train roared over a primeval tribal settlement and vanished into the rays of a mountain sunset, embarking on its first transcontinental run. Project Highway of Giants / the Crystal Express Project Summary. Engineering. Primeval humans and mammoths joined forces to build a massive track from giant sequoias, reinforced with prehistoric bones and colorful stone mosaics. Technology. The Crystal Express was equipped with an iridescent aerodynamic chassis, an amber control panel, bone levers, and a steam system powered by pine resin. Passenger flight. After passing inspection by the elders and exchanging clay imprint tickets, the first passengers took their seats by the circular windows. The result, the express was successfully launched and roared along the tracks past the horizon, connecting primeval settlements and marking the dawn of a new era.